Hey out there, YouTube, it's Dubglock23. I'm back up at you again, and got a couple knives here I want y'all to check out. They're both by Kershaw, and they're both Emerson designs. We've got the cqc-6k, or no, cqc-7k, because it's the Tonto. cqc-7k from Kershaw, and Emerson got the skull on the clip there. These are both used, traded these from a guy on YouTube by the name of Stephen Bush. Done a little bit of trading and got these two Kershaws. But I want to go over them with you here. First off, let's go over the 7K. It's a 3 1/4 inch blade with a 4 1/2 inch handle, and it's weighing right at 5 ounces. It's a frame lock, stainless steel frame lock. It's got a little bit of heft to it. It's not a huge knife. It's a good EDC. But I like how the grind is two-tone. It's got like a stone wash on the grind, and it's got like a satin on the flats. Of course, the Emerson wave opener and the thumb disc. But the main thing I wanted to talk to y'all about is on these Kershaws, to get them real smooth, especially if they come with the old Teflon washers, the inside, if the inside of your frame on your Kershaw has been coated or painted in any way, get in there with some sandpaper and clean that paint off the contact area for the washer. Clean that paint off. Take a real fine grit sandpaper and polish it up. And then after you get done, take your washers and polish them up on your fine stone or ultra fine stone, or even just a piece of leather on your strop. It's got a good G10 front here. I'm getting sidetracked. But anyway, you polish them up on your strop a little bit, and man, does it make a difference in opening. I mean, you can just give this thing I'll demonstrate here with the middle finger. I mean, it is slick. Just a tiny little shake and she drops free, and it takes nothing to push that blade in. Nothing. See, it's a drop-free knife. And I mean, it takes nothing to get that blade to go back in. You can spidey flick that thing. I mean, you can open this thing however you want. Usually you don't even have to because it hooks on your pocket. But man, it's just so much nicer. It's just so smooth. No effort required. No effort required whatsoever. And it's just about perfectly centered. Yeah, it's pretty well perfect. But on this cqc-8k, it was all black on the inside of the liners, and that's what I'm talking about that paint. If you clean that paint off, I done the blade tang and the inside of the frame rails. Clean that paint off, and it just makes so much of a difference. This one's even smoother. I mean, it takes nothing. I can just kind of, you can't see how little pressure I'm using, but I'm just barely touching this thumb stud with my thumb here. Just barely touching it. And then she just comes out. I mean, nothing. And you can flip it hard. You can give it real hard. I mean, you can even spider flick this one. It ain't got a hole in the blade, but you can get your finger back here behind this thumb disc and just boom with the middle finger. But they're both Tantos. This one's got a 3 1/2 inch blade and a 4.6 inch handle, and it's weighing in at like 5.3, and it's a liner lock. It's got the liner lock on the inside here, semi-open construction. It's got the black Emerson pocket clip, and it's G10 on both sides, and it's pretty good quality G10. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you and say it's crap, because it ain't. It's about like what comes on a Tenacious, and this thing is hard to tell about centering because it's got the old chisel grind from Emerson. So I mean, but take my word for it, it's pretty good out of the box, and I've just had to do a little bit of tinkering to it. But definitely, I mean, get these Kershaws out. And they might be a little gritty. They may be a little hard to open, some of them. I mean, I've had some that's super smooth. But especially when they come with these nylon or plastic washers, you can do so much with them just by smoothing them out a little bit. I mean, just clean that paint off, clean the surfaces, polish them up a little bit, and man, it just makes a big difference. But this is the 7K 3¼ inch blade, and this is the 8K 3½ inch blade. And you know, we're not talking about much difference at all, just a little bit on the tip there. And they're both Tantos, or Tonto, however you want to say it. And I'm not a big Tonto guy, but I mean, they're growing on me. And both of these handles look like, this one really looks like it'd be uncomfortable. But it's got a deep finger groove, and then you'd think this here would make your hand kind of feel funny. But these two fingers set back here, and I mean, it does not. You got a ramp up here because of this Emerson wave. It does not feel funny at all. I mean, it is pretty ergonomic for what it is. And the same thing goes here, just a little bit smaller. You got the thumb ramp and the chul, and then your other three fingers kind of nest down in here. I mean, I've run out of knife here because I've got pretty large hands. But I mean, that's still comfortable, and I've still got a 4-finger grip. If I go to the hammer grip, there's even some sticking out, you know. But I mean, it's pretty comfortable. And I mean, these knives make great EDCs. They're kind of budget priced. I think these are about 35, $40 or whatever. But Kershaw's doing it. I mean, they have been doing it. Kershaw's a good company. And Emerson, old Ernie Emerson's a quality designer. But I mean, I want you to look at the smoothness on this bad boy. I don't know how else I can describe how smooth it is. I mean, I can push the blade down all I want, but y'all can't feel it. Y'all can't feel how little effort that takes. So I'll just give you a little tiny shake. Blade drops. Tiny shake. I mean, if I want to shake it, boom, actually that bounced off the stop pin. You can't really shake it too hard. Shake it real easy, and it's got a pretty good detent. Some of these Chinese knives don't have very good detents, but these Emersons seem to have. You can watch it click in here. The detent just kind of boop snags it. But anyway, this is Dub Glock 23, and these are Emerson designs brought to us by Kershaw. And y'all have a good one out there. Remember, freedom ain't free. God bless those men and women in uniform. God bless y'all for watching. Y'all take her easy. Dub Glock 23. We'll be seeing you. Peace.